Good evening, everyone. Welcome or welcome back if you've been here before. We have a very special guest with us tonight. In the center is Timmy Raven.
Hey
Good,
everybody, how you
good
doing?
evening, Timmy.
How's it going? It's great to be here tonight. Thanks for inviting me on the channel.
And you've got a great Marseille paired mirror system for shadow work. And I had a demonstration last night, and it looks like it's exactly built for shadow work. So you're in for a treat tonight. And when our moderator gets in and opens the list, they'll let you know when to put your me's in. Hershey, how are you doing tonight?
Oh man, shit. I've been better. As y'all can see, there is a an owie. So Kaniko and me decided, we were gonna trip in the hallway over each other. So anyway, we are okay. We are fine. We are here and we are ready for tonight. Kind of
Yeah,
excited about tonight, man. So, like, for I don't know, for most of all of us, we probably all met you on Gerald's channel. I call him my tunkle or uncle. Him and Richie, they're kind of the algorithms favorite tunkles. We love them so much.
yeah,
But
they're a good team.
I met you there, and I found your system. Um, I found your system something that you can literally build an entire new life around. So, can you tell me just a little bit more about your system? Although I know it, but the gems that are here probably don't. Unless they do, I don't know. But would you be willing to talk just a little bit about it?
Sure, I'll be demonstrating it in a little bit, and all the people that are familiar with tarot, you'll get it right away. But just sort of a little summary. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I went through the 12 steps, and I was led to the tarot during my period where I was working on, figuring out why the 12 steps worked. And that led me to psychology and Carl Jung and Carl Jung's Red Book. I don't know if anybody here's read that. I haven't actually read it, but I saw like a little mini documentary on it. And there was some information about Carl Jung's take on the major arcana and dualities within the major arcana. And that was something that I saw a lot of evidence of as a secretary of AA home group meetings. We would do a 12-step meeting where we each evening, each meeting, we would talk about one of the steps, and we go in order, and we read out of the 12 and 12 book. Each chapter is a step, and afterwards, after you read the chapter, people talk about the step and the stories that people told and the issues that people had and the challenges that people had all seem to revolve around dualities of behavior, extremes of behavior. And whenever people would figure out and share with the rest of the group how they fixed that behavior, it was always because they went into the middle. They would try to find that balance point between, for instance, like being a real cheapskate or like spending money like a drunken sailor. The true answer is to be somewhere in the middle. You don't want to be cheap. You want to spend money, but you don't want to throw it away. And that's kind of a real life but crude example of what we're talking about here. So it led me, Carl Jung led me to the tarot, and I started studying the major arcana, and I saw 10 duality pairs. You start off with the Fool and end with the World, and in between those two bookends, there's 10 pairs, 20 cards, and it's the Marseille ordered deck that works with this pairing system. And each of those dualities has a behavioral meaning for the human experience, and it's just a way of, for me personally, it's a way for me to organize my thoughts, organize my decisions, and sort of understand some of the bedevilments and challenges that I had, and it makes me think out of the box. So Hershe invited me to read on her channel, and I decided to accept because I feel like it's time that I should be doing readings for other people. I've only done it I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times, but I've done way over 100 readings for myself. So I'm familiar with the way I work it out with me, but I'm going to work it out with other people too, because I think it's important to share these philosophies with other folks. That's my 12th step, which is, helping the still sick and suffering. And, I know that there's a lot of people out there that were in a position just as bad as I was in, or even worse. And things like this help people straighten themselves out and get onto a path of prosperity and happiness that's sustainable.
It does. And every time you give your story away, every time you take your ownership, and every time you become transparent, trust me guys, it helps you build a backbone and build strength. And you're no longer allowing fear and all kinds of monkey mind mentality run your life and run your life and own you. You're taking a power back you never had before. So it's not literally just transformative, it's exploding for the first time. You don't want to put yourself back together again, because you'll never be that version of you again. This system that you have, in my testimony, all I can tell you is that when you did it for me and you nailed it, I mean, just you nailed it. And then right back to back, right behind me, you came and Mosaic was like me, me, and you nailed it again. So I couldn't wait to bring this to the gems. Again, I do apologize for not being at top of my game tonight, gems, and looking like I just crawled out of a hospital. But hey, you know what? All you got to do is show up. And that's what we do on Wednesdays. We show up. So thank you for being here. I'm ready to do this. I do see we have a list. Britta, thank you so much.
So
And
we show up for each
I
other.
will let you take over, Brother Thomas.
there is a slight difference in the Marseille numbering system as opposed to the RWS tarot. Number 8, number 11, strength and justice are reversed. So I just wanted people to be aware of that. But other than that, it is similar in core messages of the cards.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the meanings are the same. It's just who was it? I guess it was the Golden Dawn. They changed the order for an astrological reason to make something work more elegantly. Yeah.
Yep.
So I use the older numbering order, but the cards are the same. They're just in a different position. But it doesn't work. The duality breaks down if you use the RWS ordering.
I had every intention of using Marseille, guys. Every intention. I have a couple of Marseille decks, but instead tonight I am using wham birthday gifts. Brother Thomas got me the Blood Moon Tarot and the Hedge Witch Oracle. So those are my beautiful little gems for tonight. So you guys are gonna get a sneak little peek of what they look like.
Birthday month continues for Hershe. Timy has a website listed in the description, and other things, a playlist to view things that he's done with Gerald and his Laugh and Learn series.
And Maru's in here too. She was a big help, a big part of the development of this whole thing.
Yeah, Maruda is a wealth of information. You know, whenever we need a word decoded, she gets on the wiki or the Google or whatever and gives us a pronunciation and a meaning.
A definitive answer.
She helped me create my Oracle deck too. So Maruda is always got her hands out offering them to help somebody do something, guys. She is never one that is scared of some hard work, because it wasn't just the deck, you guys. She helped me literally with the guidebook. She edited my entire guidebook, not just a couple of pages, my entire guidebook. Entire guidebook. She's
Wow.
wonderful. So, yes,
Well,
I
I've written
love
a
her.
book, and I have the first draft of the book written, and I gave it to about 4 people that are in my local area here that are friends, and
Uh-huh.
they kind of gave it a pass. And I'm still, so I'm doing some rewriting, but Maru and Linda and Gerald are going to be the next group that I send the book text to get their take on.
If you're ready for honesty, she's gonna give it to you. She's gonna tell you, nope, rewrite this, put this over here, put that there. She's good at what she does, man. She turned my guidebook into something more than just chicken scratch. And when I look at my guidebook now, it's like, holy cow, it's delicious. I love it. It's great.
Maru is
She's a wonderful
quietly skillful. She's very good.
in more ways than you can even begin to think about.
Okay, Timmy, we have our first list up. I'm going to start, and our first reading is for Universal Army of Love, also known as Josh.
Maybe the portal?
Could be if you need to close the door.
So the energy this week, Josh, is the Hierophant, and our Hierophant is
Yeah, I'm dizzy.
he's our systems, religions, and cultural customs overseer. He is the Godhead on earth and holds the keys to the heavens the cross keys are at his feet. And so the energy this week is, you know, don't try to buck the system. You know, try to keep within man's law and heavenly law, and you know, fit in. Don't be an anarchist. Um, so the energy is urging you not to rock the boat this week. Any challenges that might arrive this week? We have the justice reversed. In the Marseille system, this is an 8. In this system, RWS, it's the 11. So being reversed, you may run into some injustices this week, and maybe that's why man and God's law came up with the Hierophant. So just be careful of those landmines that might occur legally, and then what can help you resolve any conflicts this coming week is the Two of Pentacles. So you know, keep your balance, your work, home life balance. You know, all work makes Jack a dull boy. So make sure to have some Josh time this week. And that's what I have for you. And Timmy, I'm going to switch you to the big screen
Okay,
because
I'm going to change.
Timmy has a card cam available to him.
That looks, can we make that less zoomed in, or is that something that I got to do?
That's under your camera.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize for this part. Let me see if I can do that real quick. I'll try to zoom it out a little bit.
There you go. We got a little more. You can almost see the top and bottom of the cards. Ah, there you go. We got all 6 now.
Okay, good. All right, so I've set the table up for 10 card draws, and actually that's the perfect number. That's how much we have tonight, right? 10? 10 clearance?
Yeah, 10 available spots. We don't know if they'll all be claimed or not.
Okay, well, I'm set for 10. So this one is for Universal Army of Love. You're the beginning querent, and
Which is Josh.
Josh, the cards here say that you have an imbalance in the 9th reflection, which is humility. This duality is illustrated by the 2 cards of the Star and the moon, knowing who you are and knowing what you are. The message is delivered by the Knight of Swords. No, the Knight of Pentacles, sorry. And what that suggests is that you have a imbalance in your Earth duality, your Earth reflection, which is Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles here. So that means that there is some sort of issue in your life, and these card draws are of the moment or something that's about to happen. And what this is saying is that you have sort of a day-to-day issue or perhaps challenge that is involved with the earth element, or boundaries and bindings specifically in this duality interpretation. And you're leaning too far to the star side, the expressive side. There's an imbalance when it comes to this Pentacles situation. And the Six of Pentacles, I will bring that up real quick, is represents generosity, charity, and healthy exchange of giving and receiving. So this is saying that you're having an imbalance on the expressive side when it comes to this particular element here. And the suggestion is to be more concerned with who you are in this elemental challenge, as opposed to to what you are in this challenge rather than who you are. So what I would suggest is, when you have an issue coming up regarding generosity or charity, perhaps you should focus more on why you're doing it, or what the context is that you're involved in this generosity, as opposed to it being part of who you are. And I'll have to admit that this one is a little bit, I'm getting a vague signal here. Josh, do you have any comments here? Do you have any issues in your current moment that involve generosity or giving and receiving? Perhaps a challenge that's involved with that?
So he does say that this fits, and then he gives a little light, like he's had a aha moment.
Yeah, there's some issue coming up. I don't have a clear indication other than it's sort of a day-to-day type thing involving generosity, and you're focusing too much on who you are when it comes to this generosity. You should focus more on what you are, more of a universal 20,000 foot view of this incidence of generosity, charity, some sort of exchange that's going to be either happening now or happening in the near future. So be a little less involved in the expressive details of it, and be a little more I would say inner thoughtful, a little more inner thoughtful about your motivations for this moment of generosity. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks.
So Timy says he's building a new army of love, and this totally fits for him. So thank you for that, Josh. And remember that the Pentacles suit is not only money involved. It's time, talent, and resources. So you can be giving of your talents by teaching other people. You can be giving of your resources by driving somebody to the bank or to the grocery store. It doesn't always have to be money centered. And you say you have problems on the receiving end. Just let people help you and say thank you, a heartfelt thank you. when you are the recipient of a kind deed.
Right.
And Hershe, let's see, can I bring you up?
Sure. Sure. Well, hi guys. Okay, so I got let me okay, so hold on one second. I forgot it just that fast. Look, it's brand new, guys. Brand new, brand new. So it's Earth. Okay, so Earth is Pentacles again. So I got Page of Honey, which for me, for right now, the keyword I want to focus on for real is curiosity, right? So when you think about the youngness of the page, you have to understand that this energy is the immature energy. It needs to be immature sometimes, especially when it comes to the curiosity part of life. You know, when the cat's away, the mice will play, so to speak. If you don't get curious about some things, then your boundaries are not going to be set in a healthy environment. They're going to be staged in an unhealthy environment. They're going to be set and staged in comfort zones, and you're not allowed to stay in comfort zones. You know, you established this a very long time ago. Comfort zones are landmines to someone that is dealing with any kind of trauma, addiction, or traumatic events that could possibly still be affecting their current and present situation. So make sure that you are paying attention. You are letting that inner child out for the curiosity part of you. All of us have an inner child. All of us deserve to let it out in a healthy way. Be curious to Earth, to the energy of what Earth will bring to you. Be bold about it. I love how it says it right here. It says that as she carries in her pocket or a sack through the fields she walks, she's just planting seeds throughout her walk for the future forest that she is wandering about. Each sprout that she drops will become something fascinating and such. Something so small will grow into something so colossal one day. It's not right now. It was never about right now. It's about learning what it is, setting the intention, setting the boundaries, setting clear, clean lines, and absolutely under no circumstances whatsoever. Once those boundaries are set, you blur them. Don't allow you to blur them, and don't allow anyone else to blur your lines. The number one thing with boundary is when dealing with Hawthorne, remember that you need to guard your own boundaries even against yourself. When you feel pressured, know the only way to help yourself and allow yourself to win is to say no and walk away. When a child doesn't want to be bothered, and when an immature energy doesn't want to be bothered, they're busy, they're floating in their own sandbox, so to speak. They don't want to be bothered. They leave them alone. That's what the Hawthorne is saying. Once you get there, stay there. But know that you're in your boundaries, know that you're in your principle, and no matter what somebody's very valid principle is or point is, it does not have to affect or go against your boundaries or the principle that you're learning to build for yourself. That's what I've got for you.
All right.
Okay, next up we have Angie. How you doing tonight, Angie?
First of all, guys, that felt good. I'm sorry. That felt good, guys. That felt good. It felt damn good. I like that. I like that. What do you think? We're always bringing some new shit to the Wednesdays, guys. What do you think? Maruda, what do you think, Maruda? You know, if you know Maruda, will tell you in a minute. Who are you trying to reach? Everybody or just yourself? So, thank you. Thank you for doing this with us. That felt good. I like it.
Okay, Angie, the energy of this week is the reverse Page of Swords. So, confused thoughts might be ahead in the week ahead for you. And when we have confused thoughts, we don't always make the right decisions. So don't be hasty and jump to conclusions too fast. Make sure that you think things through. Even if you're confused, go through the scenarios in your head and make your decisions and speak your mind. Your challenge this week coming up is the moon, which you may not trust your intuition or your gut feelings. Make sure that you center and ground yourself and ignore the head at times and the monkey mind, the confused thoughts, and let your body give you the cues. Is this the right decision? Is this the wrong decision? Um, sometimes we have to go on those instincts, fight, flight, or freeze. And what can help you again is we have again the Six of Pentacles, which Timmy had for Josh. So when it comes to the charity card, remember it's not always about money. You may be asked to give of your time or your talent or other resources. So, give what you can, leave enough behind for Angie so Angie doesn't have anything, nothing left in the pot or the coffers. Don't overextend your time with other people. Know when to exit the party, and that's what's coming up for the week ahead for you in the conscious side. And we'll get Timmy on stage again. Oh, not private chat.
We could maybe just leave it like that, or it doesn't look too bad small. Is it better? I probably guess it's probably better when it's big.
Gonna move them over. There we go. Your cards
Okay.
are on.
All right, Angie, let's see what the cards have for you today. We have the left-hand path, the receptive energy. This is the first reflection. This is one of the fundamental first reflection, first duality of the Marseille deck. It's illustrated by the Magician and the High Priestess. And this regards your balance between Magician energy in your inner world and High Priestess energy in your inner world. And what we have in the middle here is the Page of Cups. Before you had the Page of Swords, now we have the Page of Cups, which is indicating the suit of cups, which is the water element. We have earth, air, fire, and water. This is the water element of relationships. And you got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is disappointment, dwelling on the past, perhaps. And this is regarding your sort of master volume of your inner life versus your the right hand path, which is expressive energy, which is your outer life. This is your inner life, and it's suggesting that you're spending a little too much time on the High Priestess energy when it comes to your relationships. You need a little more of the practical Magician energy regarding this perhaps disappointment that you've had recently, or maybe it might be more important than that, but because it's the Page of Cups delivering this, I think it's something more day to day, some sort of a disappointment, a past sorrow, something that's been bothering you and sort of nagging at you. It's suggested here that you're spending too much time in your inner life on sort of macro, very, very deep thoughts, as opposed to more sort of, I would say more, less sophisticated, a little more practical, inner work. So we would have to look at your, it's hard for me to do the readings without being able to have a little bit of a conversation with the querent. But if any of this is resonating with you, the suggestion is to be a little more practical minded in your inner thoughts regarding this possible disappointment that you've had recently that you may be dwelling upon. So be a little more practical about this thing. If it's resonating with you, if it's something coming up that you recognize, then the suggestion is to be a little less deep thought about it and a little more practical about it. And that's what I would say that this interpretation is for you, Angie. Thank you.
All right, beautiful. So
You're welcome.
the first
Angie.
thing I wanna address is that it's never me, and I put my bias to the side when I touch cards. I strictly read what the cards are saying, and I don't like when the cards kind of just stand by themselves. And tonight they're not just standing by themselves; they're all the way completely standing left of each other, right? So what I want to say is that when I'm looking in your subconscious as a shadow reader, what I'm seeing is that you are intentionally choosing to avoid something, whether it hurts too bad, you don't want to know the truth, you care. You definitely care because it's 5 of air, something that you think about a lot, a little too much, maybe, but it is in the position of you putting it in its place instead of, or I'm sorry, of it putting you in place instead of you being the one that's in control. It's in reverse of the card that says mystery, right? So, what I'm saying is this card says you're not going deep enough. This card says you keep walking away intentionally because you don't want to go deep enough. You don't want to see what's back there. Whether you're in denial about it, you don't want the truth, or you don't want someone else to see the truth. It can be that too. Look, I've got shit I'm not, I wouldn't say embarrassed about, but damn, I don't want to look at it again. We learned
Yeah.
it the weirdest fucking ways, man. But there are those moments where we cannot take our ownership. It's just floating, and you need to take this ownership. Even if you are the one that's been carrying Tom, Dick, and Harry and the cat down the road's ownership, and it's not yours to carry, and you need the truth to come out about why you're carrying it, whatever the situation may be, the mystery is there, but isn't for you to make the choice. It's for you to know when to walk away. And you need to walk away in a healthy way, not a way that is no longer healthy. So in order to serve you, you're going to have to dive in, get to the heart of the situation, the belly of the beast, so to speak, and then choose to know the truth. And if it's unhealthy, then walk away. Don't give them a chance to try to mend anything. Don't give them a chance to fix anything. You're going to forgive them, but you're not going to forgive them in their face. The forgiveness isn't for them anyway. It's for your own mental psyche. But go there. Get into the shit. It don't fucking look like it's going to be very comfortable, but get into that shit. Get into it. That's what I've got for you.
Be practical. Don't hesitate. Take care of things when they come up. That's always worked for me.
Volcano, just explode. Get it over with.
Rip that Band-Aid off, man.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So we got number 3.
We got Madame Maru is next, and Timy, you said there was there was a misspelling. Was it in any of the links in the description where the misspelling was?
No, it was just the description of the link. It's not important.
Okay.
No.
So be sure to, after the live is up, go and check Timmy's resources out. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. He's going to be uh, having his system more and more featured in the upcoming months on his channel. And I hear if you hit the like button that it gains us a little more respect with YouTube and getting recommended. So, Madam Maru, thank you for being our moderator tonight and keeping the list. I see we've got another potential list ready for us. So, Madam Maru, the upcoming energy this week is our Ten of Wands. So it's the burden card. So whether you're picking up burdens for yourself or picking up burdens for others, make sure that you do it willingly and you know that the destination isn't that far off. Remember, not all other people's burdens are yours to bear. You can help encourage them along their path, but you don't have to pick up all the wands at one time and see things to the end for them. Sometimes people have to take accountability for their own actions. Your next card is your challenge, your Knight of Cups. So if you got any potential emotional things coming up, make sure that you act on them through the head and not the heart. Remember, hearts are not practical until they're made unbroken, as the Wizard of Oz would say. So before you get emotionally involved in things, make sure the decisions are going to be right for you. And you got a promise of creativity, creative energies coming up with the Ace of Wands. And with that, you've been helping other creators with their things and being of great help. But with this creative energy boost, make sure that you're working on your own projects as well. And that's what I have for you for this week upcoming.
It's like a TV studio in here.
Yeah.
Hi, Maru. It's good to see you tonight. Let's see what the message is for you. I will switch here. There we go. Okay, for Madame Maru, we've got insight, the eighth reflection. The insight is illustrated by the Devil card and the Tower card. This is very dramatic. The Devil card is recognizing truth when you observe it. The Tower card is
Thank you.
is the wow, now I'm blanking. See, this is what happens when I go live on TV. It's the Tower is the jailbreak, the spiritual leap of faith, and the Knight of Swords is delivering this message. So let's see what we have in the air element. We've got the Ace of Swords, and I believe didn't we have another Ace of? That was Ace of Wands, I believe.
Ace of Wands, yes.
That was Ace of Wands. Now we have the Ace of Swords. So we have an imbalance of insight. This would be something of medium importance, I would think, delivered by the Knight. Some new decision that you are going to be making. Either you've recently made it or you're thinking about making it. And you may be a little more on the idealistic side when it comes to this new idea, this new decision. It's suggesting here that perhaps change should be taken carefully. If there's change coming up from what you're normally used to, your default, which is sort of represented by the devil card, which are, you know, our animal instincts, which have kept us alive for millions of years. They're important to our well-being, but sometimes they can prevent us from breaking out and taking that leap of faith, embracing our spiritual side, our receptive side. This is the receptive side of the tree of life. This is the expressive side of the tree of life. So this is suggesting this isn't an issue, I think, that is of ultimate high importance, but it's something that's important in your life right now, something of regular medium importance. It involves a new decision, a new change, and the suggestion is to be careful about your spiritual idealism here. Be wary of a leap that you may not be ready to take yet, or maybe just needs one more look at, just maybe one more look before you jump off of that tower, I think is what we're seeing here. And it isn't something that's of high critical importance, but it's something that's going to be important to you in your regular day-to-day life. So insight is what's at hand, and you can gain more accurate insight in this case by pushing a little bit further away from idealism and a little more towards you know, animal instinct, practicality. And that's what I see here in these cards. So thanks for letting me read for you, Maru.
So forgot how to say the word again. Hold on. Fennel. Okay, so fennel was apparently you can eat it. But I don't know. Let me think here. Kindling the flame. It's about inspiration. So finding out the hard way. These two don't. They're great decks. They just don't pair well together, and the visuals are throwing me off. So I got this though. So listen, there's inspiration that only you know about, and we're talking like ancient Prometheus kind of knowledge, right? If Prometheus can do what he did and steal the amber that he stole to inspire his entire community village to heat their home, eat, build fire, warm everything, and be safe in the light that one ember created. You know that when it's paired with the so-called Prince Charming card, you can't do anything but grow. The one thing I want you to focus on when I think about the Prince Charming card, the number one word for me is expansion, right? Not all princes are made to be kings, but this one kind of, you know, it's Prince Charming. Of course he's destined to be king, right? He was created to be king, so to speak. But there's always a question that I've always wondered when it comes to that. Are you overextending because there's so much pressure on the perfect king, so to speak? Prince Charming has to be perfect. He has to be the perfect archer. He has to be the perfect fencer. He has to be the perfect everything. He doesn't get a chance to be imperfect in the eyes of his father, so to speak, right? His mom knows the softer side of him, but his father doesn't. So always remember that there is a version of you that is always going to strive for excellency because it's in you, right? It's always going to be in you. But there's always going to be a softer side of you. Even though you're Prince Charming and you're destined to be king and you have responsibility and the heavier the head that wears the crown kind of situation going on, you do have inspiration in your heart. Don't lose it. Don't lose it trying to fill the shoes of the prince your king is looking for. You're going to be the best king. As soon as you get there, you're going to be the best king, the best version of yourself. Don't lose your inspiration along the way, sweetheart. That's what I've got for you. I saw Nathan come in. Hi, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan.
And I think Nathan asked for a read, but Maruda can let us know if Nathan is next or if somebody else asked for a read.
Looks like he's next in the list from the one up the top.
Be sure to go check out everybody's links in the description. Thank you, Maruda. So, Nathan. Welcome, Nathan. Welcome back. Nathan, the energy of this week for you is the Six of Wands. It's the victory card. So somebody's may not be celebrating in a parade for you, but you're going to get some kind of acknowledgement energy this week. Maybe a pat on the back. It may just be an attaboy. It may be a little financial bump in the salaries. Your challenge this week is the Nine of Swords. So don't let that monkey mind keep you awake at night. Make sure that you use lists and get all those thoughts down so you don't have those sleepless nights. Because sleep is an important part of a growing person's life. Now I'm old and I don't require as much sleep and have terrible sleep hygiene. So I stay up until I'm tired, then I'll go to bed. And if I'm not asleep within the first 20 minutes, then I get up and go out and do my jigsaw puzzle for a while. And then, that is akin to reading for me, and it gets super boring really quick. So then I can go back, try to sleep again. And what's going to help you resolve those sleepless nights is the work card. So honing your craft, being more practical with things, practicing and perfecting what you do to make a living more so it comes out quickly and accurately. You learn the shortcuts by repetitive motions, and that might be the resolution for a minor bump in salary for you. So that's what I have for you this week. Thank you, Nathan. And now for Timy.
Okay, Nathan, hi. Let's see what we got. All right, so the main card is the realm of manifestation. The fifth reflection. This is the balance point of the entire tree of life. And what we have here is delivered by the Knight of Wands. It's been knights this evening. The realm of manifestation is illustrated by the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. The Knight of Wands is suggesting that we have an imbalance on this side We've got the Five of Wands. And this is conflict, competition, and tension. And it's regarding the realm of manifestation. So this means, things that are getting done in the real world, in your life, Nathan. And there's two sides to this duality. There's the manifestation of the thoughts inside of our head, planning, organizing things, thinking of things before you do them, the word before the thought before the word. And then on the other side of the duality of the realm of manifestation is the Wheel of Fortune itself, which is the entity that delivers things that happen in our life, and the suggestion is that you're focusing, Nathan, a little too much on the doing of your day-to-day things rather than thinking about your day-to-day things, the things that you must achieve on a day-to-day basis for success and happiness. This message is being delivered by the Knight of Wands, so that's the yeoman, the middle-aged worker bee, and this is involved with day-to-day functions, I think. So perhaps you have some sort of conflict that's come up recently or might come up very soon. And the suggestion is to balance this challenge in your life, you need to have a little more thinking about things before you do them. That's what this is suggesting. And there's going to be some issue of conflict, some sort of competition that's either coming up soon or has happened now. And this is suggesting you're a little too involved in the implementation of that rather than the planning of it, the thinking of it. So if that resonates for you, I would suggest basically thinking a little bit more before your day-to-day manifestations, especially regarding this upcoming conflict, competition, some sort of challenge, some sort of tension. So that's what I got for you from this reading. Thanks for letting me read for you, Nathan.
Well. That was actually quite interesting and almost makes me wonder if that's why this didn't pop up. So the one that got me when I was thinking about this is literally the ace, right? So I got ace of emotion or ace of song, right? So song is water. Water is emotion, and it's not just love, man, it's every emotion. So here is the number one question, especially when it's being paired with lemon balm, right? Lemon balm is basically, from what I'm reading here, it's asking is, are you sure that you're okay with everything that you attract? Are you sure you're okay with everything that you attract, right? Why do I say that? Well, because Ace of Song over here says there's but one journal prompt when you get this kind of promise. Are you scared of the deep? Emotions is every emotion, not just one. And never do them little assholes come one at a freaking time either. Because once you open that dang on floodway, just because you think you ran out the whole first course, no, let it sit there for a little bit and watch what the hell creeps out. It's not always bad, but it's shit that's been lingering and sitting around and wandering around, and it done got lost and trapped out in the deep of the emotion. And you need to get out there with your sometimes sour self and float. So get out there. This is never going to be a bad card. A promise is a promise. But this one is literally saying that if you don't float and get used to the deep ends of all the emotion, not just one, all of them, you may have a bit of a sour ending still going to be successful. It just may not be as sweet as you thought it would be if you don't float a little deeper with all of your emotions. And that's what I've got for you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Hershey. Next, we have Lee Omega, and she has some concerns if anything comes out about her employment and money tied around it. Okay, so we start out with the energy of the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is walking away from things when you know that it's over with. It's always hard to walk away from projects when you've invested a lot of time into them. But if you see it's a lost cause or it becomes futile, you may have to turn your back and walk away from it because you can no longer carry those 8 cups uphill with you without dropping the ball. So it's a card of emotion, and it may not be a pleasant emotion walking away from a project maybe that you loved or invested your heart in. What's going to be your challenge this upcoming week is the Chariot. So the Chariot's energy, you have to take control. You can't let the horses go willy-nilly, or you won't go anywhere, or you'll go off the path or the road that you're being led down. You have to take control. You have to be in command. You have to pick up those reins and be forceful sometimes to get to where you're going. And then you're concerned about your job or your money. You end up with the King of Pentacles. So this is about your money, your home, your surroundings, and it looks like a positive outcome for you. And just remember, when you have a gain, the people around you have also that gain, but you want to manage that wisely so it can sustain you for the long run. And that's what I have for you, Lady Omega. Thank you for asking for a reading, and welcome to Tarot Your Way. I'll hand you off to Timy. Let's see if I can get Timy on stage. There we go. Meow.
Okay. I'll switch my camera over, Leah. And we make that big. Okay, Leah, regarding your work situation, let's see. We have the element of earth, boundaries and bindings, the fourth reflection. This one's a very primal reflection, very primal duality. And we have a message delivered by the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords delivers the Nine of Swords. The duality of earth is defined by the Chariot and justice. And as you saw in the previous reading, the Chariot was involved. I would say that the duality of earth is boundaries and bindings. Boundaries are, the outer strong wall, which is delivered by the Chariot. And then the bindings are the agreements and trust and, laws that are delivered by justice. This is the spiritual side, the receptive side, laws, justice, fairness. These are spiritual ideals. And then on this side, you have the Chariot, which is physical assertiveness. And to live a happy, prosperous, sustainable life, the suggestion is that you be nimble and be balanced in your earth your earth duality, your earth reflection, where you can just as easily deal with day-to-day earth situation, you know, assets, the rigidity that keeps our lives together. You live that world with bindings, with agreements, with justice, with truth, but you also need to be physically assertive. And this is suggesting that you have an imbalance on the the receptive side of boundaries and bindings at work. So the 9 of Swords is, let me bring that one up. So this is anxiety, fear, or guilt, some sort of fraught emotional situation, perhaps, that regards decision making, maybe at your job. And perhaps you're leaning a little too far on the rules and regulations side when it comes to this anxiety at work. And perhaps you need to be a little more physically assertive. And I would be very careful with how you interpret physically assertive. Assertiveness doesn't have to be, you know, punching somebody in the face. Assertiveness can simply mean setting up a very strong boundary. Strong boundaries and strong bindings are things that last. If you have a strong boundary and a weak binding, that's a prison. You know, the outer defenses are in place, but there's nothing of significance going on in the middle. And then alternatively, you can have strong bindings but a very weak boundary, and when that happens, your situation just dissipates into nothing. It's important to have a balanced earth element of boundaries and bindings as you deal on a day-to-day basis with assets, things that you own, money, your job, which is a money-making thing, and perhaps you have some anxiety. Let me see. Yeah, so if you have some anxiety at work, I would suggest that rather than being a stickler for the rules and the regulations, maybe get a little more assertive. That's what I would say. I don't know if that resonates with your work situation, but that's what the cards have for you today. And this is delivered by the Queen of Swords, so it's a fairly significant issue, I would think. So that's what I got for you, Leah. Thank you.
So I don't know if I was like trying to think if there was a subconscious way of uh pulling your question into to this, and honestly I don't know, you know what I mean. um I don't read per se like that. So what I can tell you is that what I see in your subconscious is that you're really really focused on your keepers of knowledge. And how do you do that? You do that through the energy that you are. You are king energy, right? When someone says, "What is your energy?" and you have king energy, you have the ability to understand what it takes to be not just masculine, but feminine, as well as the page, right? In community, when it comes to the king of dreams in this situation, because king of dreams is air, it is saying this is the king and the page at the same time. The king that is willing to admit that he has the mentality of the page, but the heart of a king is a king that can also keep secrets when need be, but also stand for his community through the insight. The other card that is paired is not a card that I've ever even heard of. So listen, when I say this is going to be different, it's about spicing it up for yourself first. So King of Dreams comes in as your overall energy, right? So this is a king that is immature with his own nurturing sometimes, but he's all about the community and the secrets and the mystery that he keeps. but the seed that he works best with is majorum, and I'm probably screwing this up, but anyway, this is a spicy little seed what is it? Marjoram. And I'm probably screwing this up. I suck at words. So anyway, this little spicy little pepper here is about association with the perfect choice and love. It will help you in rituals, ceremonies, and aiming at bolstering love to repair a strained relationship and promote emotional well-being. This is one of the sweetest fragrance and useful of culinary herbs. One I've always loved growing and having in my garden. Its name comes from Greek and it means the joy of the mountains. Couples would wear wreaths of marjoram in their wedding night robes and have a long and wonderful happy marriage. Some believe that the spring of marjoram placed under their pillow before they go to sleep will reveal the identity of their future king and or queens and their dreams. And this just happens to be king of dreams. So I believe you are the one that's in charge of not just the answer to your question, but you're the only one that's in charge of the answer to your question. I don't believe you're going to find it anywhere but other than your own experience. I don't believe any tarot deck is going to help you find the answer that you seek. That's what I've got for you. I don't know if that helps you, but I hope.
I put out last call, and our last reading will be for Mosaic if Maruda didn't get any other takers. So, Mosaic, also known as Michelle, Hershe's roommate.
I wonder how they're doing.
Hey, Hershe's roommate, how you doing?
Yay! I won't talk unless you want me to.
So, Michelle, the energy this week is the Queen of Cups. You've got the lid on your emotions on that cup. You keep your emotions kind of bottled up, not to keep love in your heart and to approach others in a loving way. Sometimes the wording of messages gets mixed up because you can speak emotionally at times. The challenge this week is the High Priestess, the number 2 major arcana card. So don't get put off on the esoteric things that you don't know. You may be looking to the Akashic records for guidance, but the library may be locked to you this week. So don't get frustrated. Maybe they're just closed for cleaning this week. And the resolution for you is the 3 of Wands. So waiting for your ship to come in. So maybe not having all the information there for you, and having some emotions behind it. You are still waiting for your ship to come in, but that it's on its way. It's not blocked in the Strait of Hormuz or anything like that. The ship will eventually get there. And remember, when the cargo is unloaded and goes through customs, the bounty becomes yours. And that's what I have for you this week, Michelle. Thank you for asking for reading.
Okay, Michelle, good to see you again, or hear you again. Let's see what we got for you today. We've got the water element, relationships. which are illustrated by the Hierophant and the Lovers. This is the third reflection. This is a very low-level duality, relationships. It's one of the first things that we develop into as we're born. You know, it's something that we experience from day one. Relationships, which is water. It's fluid. You know, people come and go. You have friends. You have lovers. They come and go, and we're going to read on that duality for you tonight, and it's delivered by the King of Pentacles. So, what's going on with the King of Pentacles? We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this indicates, you know, security, success, the culmination of a lot of hard work, and this is related to your relationships. And the suggestion here is that you're maybe focusing a little too much on group relationships. The Hierophant represents group relationships. The Lovers represent one-on-one intimate relationships. Whether it's a sexual relationship or a non-sexual, it doesn't matter. You can still have an intimate relationship. Right, Maru? Linda was the one that came up with that one originally, I think. But this is suggesting that this is fairly important. It's the King of Pentacles that's delivering this message. And among your relationships, you're very successful, and you have some very good group relationships. But I think this is suggesting that you could use more personal relationships, more one-on-one intimate relationships, someone that you can talk to on a one-on-one basis, as opposed to group activities and, you know, group friends. And, you know, this is a good reading because it's saying that when it comes to your group relationships and sort of relationships in general, you're pretty well, you're doing well, but you could do better if you put a little more attention towards having some more intimate personal relationships. And like I said before, it doesn't have to be sexual. It could be just someone that you really connect with, you know, and that you like to talk to. Because to have a happy, prosperous, sustainable life, the lesson is to be balanced in between these two things. You need to have group friends, group relationships represented by the Hierophant, and then you have to have intimate relationships. And when you have equal amounts of both, then you're on the right path. And you're already doing very well, I think, on the group side, on the expressive side. Your outside world relationships are doing really well. But perhaps your intimate personal relationship could perhaps have a little more work there. That's what this reading is suggesting to me. So,
thank you. I do get a little because you asked for feedback. I do get I do get anxiety sometimes, and I get intimidated when I think about like trying to get to know somebody and like, oh my God, like what questions do you ask? So getting to know myself better on a more intimate level so I can approach that is a good way to start. So thank you.
Yeah, just go for it in that situation. You know, you can't hurt anything by talking to people. And I would suggest being honest and just being yourself. You know, self-honesty is something that people sense. And it's a very positive, very attractive attribute to be an honest, sincere person. And I would suggest just starting with that, you know. And if you see somebody you're interested in or want to have a relationship with or a conversation with, just go for it.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Uncle G. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Jane. Hi, everybody sneaking in. Hello. Timmy, you're getting all kinds of love in the comments and chats. I don't know if you can see the comments and chats or not, but you're getting lots of love and favor. So
well, I like to be loved.
Yeah, like I stalk my Uncle G's page so I can get all of the best readers, and then I bring them to Wednesday nights over here. Anyway, so sis, listen, lavender doesn't show up for a lot of people because so many people already have it just at the whelm in their life, right? Whether they're drinking it, they're bathing in it, they're using it to smell good, or they're usually just picking it out of a garden. What I want you to know is it doesn't come to most people because most people have it at hand. So for it to find you tonight, it's wanting you to understand you can't focus on anything else that you've lost. It's time for you to focus on what you've got. And what you've got is right here and right now. You have 5 of songs paired with lavender. What I want you to know is that it's never what you lost. You've always had it inside of you the entire time. And once we realize that, and that is our focus, we turn this 5 upside down and we don't ever look back. Matter of fact, we can give it a sling because we're done with it. We don't have to be that hurtful, sad person that is looking for what I lost or what I didn't have to begin with. This lavender is saying that tranquility is already inside of you. You're not one that has to go out and carry it. You're not one that has to go out and sip it. You're not one that has to drink or bathe in it or smell their perfume, or their entire perfume smells like it, because they don't know how to find tranquility. You know it finds you. So just know that while you are continuously always letting go of what is no longer serving you in this huge transformation that you're in the middle of right now, everything that you're focusing on is what's already inside of you. And you're going to get even more help by realizing that tranquility is going to help you. There's one thing I want to read to you before I say goodnight to literally all of you beautiful gems is blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. It's time for you to be. Go be still, gone for now, but not from you. All the troubles and all the woes. It's time for you now. It's time for you to take it slow. So fill you now and feel and be with calm, be with tranquility, be past the calm. So literally, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Here, I'm going to let you read it again because apparently it's kind of like a read it in first person kind of thing. So it sounds kind of funny with me trying to switch some words around. So I'm going to let you read it, but I love you and keep working on what you got. It's not easy realizing that you don't have to build an army. You never needed the army. You had it the whole time inside of you, and you're learning that. We all are. That's what I've got for you.
So before we sign off, Timmy, what's coming up for you in the next couple of weeks? Are you guest spotting on anybody's show, or are you having
Well, I'm having a conversation with Gerald Maru and Linda De Gonzalez, I believe tomorrow. They're looking at my tarot deck, and we're going to talk about, the practical things you need to do to make a tarot deck. I think some of those folks have done that before, and they have ideas about the type of card stock and things like that, plus the images. And I have some things I want to pass to them, and I'm going to be working on my book. I don't really have any live readings set up, but maybe we could do another one here on your channel. I'd be happy to do that.
and Gerald says, "Oh my
Are you
God,
kidding
Timmy's reading." So
Yeah, you don't have to say no more. Say no more. You have a permanent seat in shadow. Permanent seat. It's got a T on it from here on out. Just whenever you're ready, just say, hey, send me a link. That's literally all you got to do.
and
Well, it took a
Hershe, Hershe,
bone
you're
lightning for me to do it. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, Thomas. Go ahead.
no problem. Hershe, other than healing, what's up for you next?
I really thought I'd try to rock out a spread tomorrow for you guys. But as much as I want to, if I want to have my birthday, I need to rest. So
You got a
you
busted
guys
hand.
probably won't see me until maybe Friday. until maybe Friday. So I got I have a live with Jane tomorrow, and I'm just gonna do charms. I'm not even gonna try to do any shuffling with cards. I just have to use my good hand to pull some charms. So I'll be with Jane tomorrow for a couple of charms for 2 crones and some cards and charms. But then Friday I'll be back trying to shuffle cards on Friday, but no promises. It may be charms on Friday too. I don't know. So we'll just see. We're gonna play it by ear. That's where I'm at.
And
Okay.
Timmy, if you look below at the message from
Yeah.
Gerald.
Is it Wednesday night? I thought it was tomorrow night.
No, the for the shadow work. Gerald has not been invited on shadow work as of yet, but
Oh. Well, you know, Gerald,
He's usually
I'm an overachiever too, so I guess I slipped in front of the line.
no, you just have an amazing system that I believe in. And I built this that Thomas and I have been working on for 3 years. It's built on the 12-step program. And then you walk right in with this amazing program of your own that's built on addiction as well. And it's like, well, how are they not like a dueling piano? Like we have to do this again.
Sure.
I so appreciate your commitment to yourself. Anyone that makes that kind of commitment to their self, which I can relate to, their testimony is worth listening to. So anytime you want to come and talk and give it away, you're welcome. You're welcome to
Okay.
come right here. Consider this your home group. If you ever need it, I need a secretary. So
My tarot home group.
you just let us know. Well, you can be our permanent secretary. We need
Okay.
one.
I know how to make the coffee.
Hey,
Hershe,
hey, we can't
you
live
bring
without that
donuts.
shit.
caffeine
I'll
is
smoke
important.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat some pain pills. I love you guys so much, but it's pain pill time for me, and some swelling is the swelling. It's too much. I gotta go. Good night, everybody.
See you later,
Much
buddy.
love.
Take it easy.
Bye, guys.
Timmy,
Bye, good night, everybody.
Timmy, thanks again for reading with us and introducing us to your mirror system on based on the Marseille Tarot. And I know you haven't been here before, but my standard log off is remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and go out and make it a great day. See you, everyone.